stream. Okay, so that says we just went live. Let me check my stream here. No, it still shows off. Give it a second to load up. This is a quick test video. I have to point it at you, dude. I need to be able to see something. Because you're a superstar, man. We love you. Okay, I pointed at you leaving. How's that sound? How about the bull? So, I don't know. I don't know if we're getting this. Here's the
Like that.
mic check.
Peanut butter, honey.
Okay, I'm not seeing. Yeah, that's. Come on. Oh, there it is. That is really piss poor. I don't like that. Look at this. Mike. Alright, people, we're doing a test video real quick. So my apologies if this isn't working right, but try and get that one. Come on. Just a second. I'm gonna go like this. Watch this. That. Now plug it in. Now let's see what happens. Oh yeah. I like that night vision. Hi guys. Okay. So here I am in front of Kezar Gardens with Mike Zinton, legal Bell Star with Occupy SF 101 troops, and we're gonna do a report here shortly with Anonymama, who just got back from the hospital. She was complaining about the way they treated her, so I'd like to find out what happened exactly there. And going to be kind of maintaining a report all evening long, as long as we can keep the batteries going here, which we do have power, so I'll do my best to keep you guys lit up with information what's going on here. And right now it's kind of boring, but anybody want to start out on Mike or Bell? I know you guys don't really want the camera on you, so I'm gonna do like a chest shot.
I'm busy.
You're busy? Would you like to start, Bell?
That's a convenient excuse.
Would you like? You want me to do? Yeah, that's weak.
Okay, we're here at the Kezar Community Gardens.
Hold on. Let me just double check make sure we're getting sound.
You always talk to
Can somebody? Yeah. Somebody give me a sound check, please? Because I'm not hearing. Can you check the stream? Wait, hold on. Okay. Okay, yeah. It's coming through. It's not loud enough on my phone. So go ahead, Bell. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay, we're here at the Kezar Community Gardens. They're scheduled to be shut down. Have been shut down, apparently. And the Haight-Ashbury Neighborhood Council has apparently not wanted to shut it down. It's the local recycling center, and they want to gentrify the area to tear up the community garden and the recycling and move the recycling and put in another community garden. All the recyclers, the people who work in the cleaning business, cleaning your apartment, all the people who
R2.
who depend upon being able to do anything, have this local resource. A lot of people don't understand that the poor, the homeless, almost all are recyclers. That this is either supported by the community or it's not. And that's sort of the bottom line.
You guys going down the
We're
beach?
here to bring attention to the fact that everyone talks ecology, and here's a chance to prove it. There's a certain beauty to this being an ecology center, recycling, in the hate. Is that a Nana Mama out there?
No, mama. Of course it is. I am omnipotent.
Well, we need you to come here and tell us a few things.
Nana mama is everywhere.
Do you need the microphone up close?
So what's our topic of discussion tonight?
Well,
I want to know first off what's going on the other side of the park.
On the other side of the park?
Yeah, because that's
I heard that someone's building a teepee there.
I like that.
That's about all I know about that. I was invited to come check it out.
Okay.
I'm here because our garden tank recycling, because they're being evicted, and it's all a matter of gentrification because the rich folks around here don't like the they don't like, well, poor folks, yeah, but they don't like, how do they put it, the atmosphere and what the recycling center brings to the neighborhood, which we all know basically is poor people, homeless people, people who are conscious of recycling. There's already a community garden here, and what they want to do is they're buying it out to put in a community garden. It's already there. They're taking out the recycling center, and because of the law, there has to be recycling center within, so much square mileage or area. So therefore, the local businesses are going to be forced to do the buyback of the California redemption value, and if they don't do that, they're subject to a fine of, I think, up to $100 a day for every day that they don't do that. So it's going to affect not only the local people, the environment, but it's also going to affect the local businesses. And I say if we can stop it or help keep it going here, then I'm on board. Now, a yacht came and saw me when I was in the hospital, and that's when I just found out about the kids going down to the beach and building the teepee, and I think it's awesome.
Oh, we built it here.
Yeah, and they transported it.
Yeah, I was hoping there'd be more people here though, but we're here, so
There was 30 of us 2 nights ago.
wow,
Slept here.
yeah.
And last night it was 8.
so what's the point down there?
I think the kids just like the space down there because it's big and it's open. That's where we had the bee in. They composted the soil out there looks fucking great. It's black and dark, ready to, I know it's winter, but as soon as it's time to plant seeds, that dirt is ready to go, because what those kids, they did the cardboard, I think it's called shelf composting or something, where they take it, the dirt, they throw on a bunch of, whatever compost, like plants and stuff that are dying, cardboard covered with dirt. And I went out there a couple weeks ago, and we did that in September, middle of September, and I went in the beginning of December, and that dirt looks excellent. And I think they also threw out some seeds while we were there, because there was a bunch of parsley growing, just a bunch of parsley growing all over.
Cool.
And there's mushrooms out there, edible mushrooms that, like, we could grow some chives and stuff out there, grab the onions and the mushrooms, make a nice mushroom soup, be sustainable. I'm really tripping out though because I lost a feather mattress today. I don't know how that's possible, but it happened.
You lost the mattress.
This is Mr. Alec.
When I was in there.
It looks like Mr. Alec.
So I'd like to move on to Mike. You ready yet here for your statement? I won't point it at you. I gotta point it like at a bag or something so people can see that I'm pointing it at something.
What about the guitar?
So there's light. Oh, the guitar? Okay. You like the guitar. So we're gonna point it at the guitar while Mike talks. Go ahead, Mike.
All right, pretty much the only thing that I got to say is there's a bunch of people here that are ready to hold it down for the Occupy movement, and everybody who is sitting there watching. These are the people that held the 101 protest all friggin' winter long last year through the rain, the cold, the bullshit from the cops. These people stood up for all of us, and even though they're homeless, they did the job. That's the attitude, is that even though they're homeless, that's the problem. We need to get rid of that in our language and realize that these people are people, and they're out here for everybody, and they are heroes in this movement. I've stood side by side against 30 riot cops with 3 of these other people, you know, at my side at a time. And we took it, we got arrested, we came back, we slept nights without any blankets, we slept nights in the rain, in the wind. We stayed all winter long. Now, we're not easy to move, but we do need people to support this move by the group of retreat members and 101 occupiers that have taken Kezar Gardens. This was consented upon by our group over 2 months ago in a Saturday evening GA like we have always held at the retreat. This is a non-drug and alcohol group of people. We are anti. We held it down against the drugs and the alcohol for most of the year up at 101. When we left, that's when the drugs and the alcohol took over. If this is going to be a good protest site, we all need to realize that that can't be here and support that in this group. This is the group, again, that held it, and we are not going to be moved. We will be arrested.
Well, and I'd like to say that in a lot of ways I'm confused. I really don't understand how there can be an occupation and everybody's out at the farm. The people that were supposed to be here aren't. Let's see, I don't know, who's left? Shall we take a walk through camp and see who's there?
Sure. The windmill, whatever. The beam.
Okay. Oh, well, maybe James has something to say about the BN as well. Or maybe he's on the phone and said something. Anyway, they called it a BN. I was at the first one. It was a coming together, not a splitting apart.
Hey, James.
Yes, sir.
Here. We need to become mobile so they can see what we've got going on to this point.
Well, what would you like for me to do?
We need to become mobile.
Mobile. We are mobile right now. We can move from this point in position. So I guess they'd like to go take a walk through camp for you so you can see what's going on. I'm actually not able to see the pre-broadcast picture of what I'm aiming at, so you'll have to forgive me. I'm seeing what's being broadcast afterwards on my mobile device, so this isn't exactly the easiest. And apparently the power has gone off on the device again, and I'm not sure if I'm running short on battery already or if it sure would be nice to have an assistant here, but you know, power. Okay, but is that back on? Here, hold on. You want to hold something for me? Hold this. Perfect. Put that back. Yes. I will need a light on in there.
That's why you can put it on the light here, the recycling center.
Okay. There, and that is, Mike, you got that? It's really hard for me to, I just have to kind of tether along. There we go. It's got kind of a glare on it. There's a recycling center. Exit only. That thing's just too bright. There's another sign over here.
You just walk through. People recognize us where we are.
Right.
Show all that.
So here's this sign.
Look at it.
Watch your arms waving there. I'm connected to your short.
Yeah.
What's over here? Yeah, you gotta follow me.
Yeah, I know.
So here's.
Can we see that?
You should be able to see it.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I see. You got a delay.
Right. Yeah, it's quite a delay.
Kezar Gardens. Sorry.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right. Here. You know what? Give me that. Huh? All the plants, yeah. Here, actually, I'm gonna hand you this. Hold this.
What am I holding now?
Hold this.
Hold this.
Yep.
Can you see what's going on?
Okay. Because you can do that and I can do this at the same time.
Oh, there we go.
Where's... Is that mine? Perfect. Where do you want to go? You want to show them the plants?
I'm just going to follow your light.
Okay. So, I don't think they're really seeing much. It is nighttime and it is a really cheap camera that I picked up so that I can do night streaming. It is very dark in here, and here, go ahead and point that thing at me. You know, with a decent amount of light, you can see, but when it's as dark in here as it is like this, you can't see anything. So we have here's my home for the evening and wherever I go. And then we have another tent over here set up. And then I think this is kind of cool. There's a little glass house that's been built here for a Nana Mama to sleep in. You know what they say about living in glass houses, right?
Yeah.
We can...
This is the food table.
Yeah, this is the food table, the cooking table. And... you know,
Okay.
what else would you like to show them around here? I mean, we've got huge recycling bins. We can give you guys a better view during the day. And I'm going to try to post this camera up with a different...
We're showing them that nobody's here.
Yeah, there's definitely nobody here. You guys want to walk over this way?
Oh, there's people here.
Yeah, well,
Where?
I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
It's
6,
not on camera.
7, 8.
No,
There
no,
is 8 of us
Yeah,
here
there's 8 of us.
tonight,
Well,
right now.
Are they spread out already? I thought they were all down at the...
No,
I
they're
remember,
over in the in that
Nick and
trailer.
Matt are showing up.
Well, they're not here, but that's what I'm saying. There's nobody here at this point.
Right, and
This is a deserted Occupy.
Except for us.
well, you know,
Except for us.
I'm here to support Kezar Gardens, so regardless where everybody else is,
Well,
I'm here
that's what
doing
people need
what
to
I said I
see,
was going to do. I
because
told
this has
people
been a
that
part. This has been a part of the problem of the movement in
Well,
San Francisco since the beginning.
this has been a problem with part of the movement everywhere. Everybody wants to be the big guy. Oh, I'm the big guy because I got this great idea that if we try to save this one family from being, then my plan is the greatest and everybody should follow me. And while somebody else is like, well, we need to do biodiversity and we need to do planting over here. So you got all these groups split up doing different things, protesting Wells Fargo, protesting Bank of America. Hey, why don't you people get your shit together and protest Wells Fargo together and then Bank of America together and then whatever else you want to protest against. But when you go off in your my little march here or my little march there, you know, I'm trying to bring solidarity here with everybody, streaming what's going on. I've been doing that since the beginning of the movement. And then I've been cut off from a lot of people saying, oh, yeah, good idea, James. We're going to steal your idea and then cut you out of it. Well, wait a minute. What kind of teamwork is that? Where is Occupy if that's the kind of attitude and morality that we're going to have? I don't approve of it, and that's why I've gone solo since a few months back, and why I'm here by myself doing this with the assistance of the occupiers are here. I do commend everybody for their efforts. It's great to see people out there doing things, voicing their opinions and showing the world what's wrong and complaining about it. But if you're not going to get involved more than just your little event, you're really not doing anything. And that's my opinion. I could be wrong.
All I gotta say
what else
is-
would you like to do, Mike?
Oh, no, just shine the light at
That-
something. I'll point the light.
That was my little.
Stop
That was
holding
my
the
little. That was my little rant for a minute to go in. I'm sure I could come up with quite a few more things to say. I'm severely disappointed in all the streamers that have quit. I'm still doing this, and I'm homeless, living on $200 a month in food stamps.
Yeah.
Camera went off again. Yeah, you can't push this button here. That's the one. And
We're
it's
back
got to.
on.
Well, we're back on, but we got to unplug it,
Okay.
and then we got to hit that button, and then we got to plug it back in. And you know what? This is the first time for me to do this system. I figured it out just like that.
All right. So we're
First
we're
time.
good?
Yeah, it looks like
All right.
it looks like it's good. Sorry for the dark picture. We'll be coming back with a picture here in just a minute. There we go.
Oh, who's
What's that?
It's like a wheelchair. Looks like one of the people who occupy is in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yep.
So here, point that at the garden here. This is the
Yeah.
garden we're trying to save, and just so everybody knows, there's a plan to rip this garden out in the recycling center
I love this.
and spend $250,000 to put in, guess what? A community garden.
Yep.
Wait a minute. There's already a community garden here. Can you say gentrification? They're forcing out the recycling center so that the people that do the recycling, mostly
Look at all these edible
people that
plants
live
that
on
they're
the
gonna
streets.
kill. Are they going to wait for them to be harvested before they kill them, or are they just going to rip up and run them over with a bulldozer?
I don't know.
These plants look good, vibrant, healthy,
Yeah,
helping clean
know,
up our polluted friggin' air.
I'm really surprised at how well plants grow in the wintertime here in California,
Yeah, no shit. I'm freezing.
right? So we're gonna head back out to the mobile van.
We got movement over in the corner.
Uh-oh, who's that?
It's one of
Halt,
our
who goes there?
occupiers.
What's going on, brother? Here, let me put this away. And I'll put this back on my head, and you can hand that back to me. Thanks for helping out, Mike.
No problem. Here. I gotta go.
You gotta go.
Yeah,
Hey.
it's cold.
There you go. All right, so here we are back out on the street in front of the gardens. And I'm actually shooting this blind. I have no idea what I'm shooting right now. I know to point the camera straight. Hold it steady. So here we are back at the vehicle. I'm going to take a short station identification break. This is OccupySFTV here at Kezar Gardens, San Francisco Golden Gate Park. Signing out for a brief break. Thanks for tuning in, and check back later. We are expecting more people and police activity later this evening.
We're not expecting police activity.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
They're not evicted yet.
My bad. So we're not expecting police activity. I must have gotten some wires crossed when I got that information at first.
We had one police car creep by last night, lit up everything in the neighborhood, looking for a local type thing.
Okay.
We also had a drunk guy come by right around the same time they were going by being stupid, so, that's what I figured it was.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, Mike. All right. Well, we'll be back. Stay tuned for updates.